Are you guys having a good day? I'm having a good day. It's a great day. It really is. And I know this isn't a game, but it feels like one. It feels like a win. Kyle Rittenhouse is innocent. He's not guilty. He's innocent. He has become a victim and not an accused. And I know it's not a game, but I feel like my team finally won. I know I know that's wrong to say, but the Seahawks are terrible this year. The Blue Jays didn't make the playoffs. Who are the Canucks? Conor McGregor broke his foot. Nothing's going right. I thought for sure I didn't think for sure. I thought there was a good chance they were going to find him not guilty. And it's not a game, but you know what? The prosecution in this case made it a game. They turned this court case into a clown case. And it's I can't believe what I saw in this case when it comes to a prosecution. When I was a cop, I looked at the prosecution as gods. They were the good guys. Crown, prosecution, they were the good people. But to see them put their own witnesses on the stand, knowing their witnesses are lying, and being fine with that, and saying lies, and making up stories, and almost trying to brainwash a jury, they turned it into a game, a circus. And I hope they're barred. I hope they never work again. They will. Of course they will. But they shouldn't. They should never practice law again, those prosecutors. This is a big deal, and I'm going to tell you why it's a big deal. I'm going to show you the verdict being read, but this is a huge deal today. Watch the verdict. Don't turn it up. It gets louder.
The defendant will rise, face the jury, and hearken to its verdicts.
Can you imagine that? Can you rise, dude? Here we go.
Kyle Rittenhouse. As to the first count of the information, Joseph Rosenbaum. We, the jury, find the defendant, Kyle H. Rittenhouse, not guilty. As to the second count of the information, Richard McGinnis. We, the jury, find the defendant, Kyle H. Rittenhouse, not guilty. As to the third count of the information, unknown male. We, the jury, find the defendant, Kyle H. Rittenhouse, not guilty. As to the fourth count of the information, Anthony Huber, we, the jury, find the defendant, Kyle H. Rittenhouse, not guilty. As to the fifth count of the information, Gage Grosskreutz, we, the jury, find the defendant, Kyle H. Rittenhouse, not guilty.
Members of the jury, are these your unanimous verdicts? Is there anyone who does not agree with the verdicts as read? Would you wish the jury polled? No. Okay. Okay, folks, your job is done, and we started just about 3 weeks ago. And I told you it could last 2 weeks and 2 days. This is 2 weeks. This is 3 weeks.
Yeah, I celebrated.
You
should too.
A wonderful jury to work with. You were punctual. You were attentive. And the forgotten six over here who had a very difficult job of keep jury to work with. And it has truly been my pleasure. I think.
I'm going to tell you why it's a big deal, but first, I just want to talk about Joy Behar. I did a video on her the other day. What did she say? Remember when Kyle did this on the stand?
And there were...
Take a deep breath, Kyle.
And what did Joy say about his emotion?
That acting job of the crying, I can't even look at it.
Well, this is
That is one of the worst acting jobs I've ever seen. Well, those crocodile tears go.
Acting, right? Fake. Crocodile tears. He does the same thing right here.
Does not agree with the
Let's see the
verdicts as
crocodile
read.
tears, guys. The fakeness.
Would you wish the jury polled?
Got to be fake emotion, right?
Okay, folks, your job is done, and
We know that's not acting. He displays the same emotion.
Just about 3 weeks ago, and I told you.
Idiots on the media. What they did to this kid, what they said about this kid. The president comes out and calls him a white supremacist. And I was going to save this for later, but I'm just going to say it now. Biden, if you're still alive, I got to watch what I say. This kid is coming for you. He's going to sue you. And he's not going to get $1 million or $2 million. Who cares about $10 million? He's going to sue you for hundreds of millions of dollars. You called this kid a racist. He's innocent. He's innocent. He's actually the good guy. The people that tried to kill him, they're the bad guys. Okay? They're the shit rats. You can't take that away from him. The evidence is in. The jury has spoken. Innocent. He had the right to self-defend himself. He's the good guy. Kyle had a right to be there that night. I don't care what anybody says. He had a right to be there, just like every other rioter had a right to be there. He had a right to clean up his town. He did. He had a right to have his gun. That's just the law down there. That's the way it is. He was allowed to have his gun. He was allowed to be down there. Just like all the other idiots that were down there. He had a right to shoot 3 people. He had a right to save himself. What I watched, it was disgusting. It was gross. What I'm watching now, still, even after the trial, should gross you out. You see this sign here? This is outside the courtroom after the verdict. You see these 3 people? Okay, these are the 3 people. That Kyle shot. These are the 3 people that tried to kill Kyle. All 3 people are criminals, convicted criminals. Kyle's not a convicted criminal. He's a lifeguard. He went down there, put out fires, gave people medical aid, cleaned up graffiti for free, had a gun, and he was allowed to possess that gun. For how long now? Since August 25th, 2020. All the media, on the left. Kyle's the bad guy. These guys here, guys, wearing the Superman capes, they're your heroes. MSNBC even went on air and said, the guy in the middle, hero. Remember his name. Remember, they called them victims. They called these guys victims. One guy assaulted his grandmother. Want to know what the guy did in the middle? These heroes, this hero here in the middle, Rose and something, guess what he did? This hero raped 5 children, ages 9 to 11. Not a whole lot of details on the rape, but we know that one of the boys, that was 9, forcibly, anally, brutally raped. That's what this punk, this piece of shit who's now dead because of Kyle, for killing him, thank you. I don't know if I could say that. Fuck. I mean, do you really? Do we care that he's alive? We stuck up for a pedophile. People were sticking up for a pedophile. This world has gone nuts. They're calling him a hero. Anally raped a 9-year-old boy. And he's in a Superman costume. Another guy right there hit Kyle in the neck and the head with a skateboard. Some of you are thinking, oh, it's just a skateboard. A skateboard's no big deal. What did defense say about the skateboard? You're going to hear what Tubby has to say about the skateboard here.
And now, a skateboard is a deadly weapon. Someone should tell all the parents and grandparents and Santa Claus giving skateboards this Christmas about how they're giving their children a deadly weapon. I guess they should get him an AR-15 instead. It's just preposterous. And yes, Mr. Huber was acting heroic in holding down that and taking that skateboard and trying to hold him down and trying to take that gun.
He's a hero, guys. Huber's a hero for attacking Kyle. Kyle he didn't confront Huber. He didn't confront any of these guys. They chased him down. All 3 wanted to kill him. You go to hit somebody in the head with a skateboard, you're trying to kill him. Tubby wants the jury to think that it can't be used as a deadly weapon. When I was a cop, I had 2 incidences with skateboards over people's heads. In each incident, the guy that got hit over the head just about died. One in Langley, we thought for sure he was going to die. Whacked over the head, you should have seen the pool of blood. Knocked him out right cold. Pool of blood on the pavement. The fire department ended up coming and spraying all the evidence away. Cleaned up the blood. Corporal lost his mind. I'll never forget that. But the guy who went to the hospital almost died. Watching this case, which I have, it's been driving me a little bit batty. Watching prosecution say this stuff. Making up lies. Trying to brainwash a jury. This case has made me sick. At one point, the prosecution tells the jury, if you bring a gun to a fight, and you use that gun, you've taken your self-defense plea away. Meaning anybody who has a gun, who defends himself with a gun, has no right to do it. You're not allowed to do it. That's what the prosecution was saying. It was insane what they were saying. And now it's been proved, without a doubt, that Kyle had every single right to do what he did. And that's why it's a big deal. It's a big win for everybody. It's a big deal for every police officer out there. Could you imagine if it went the other way? And by the way, Kyle, if you go and watch the video and you go and watch the 3 shootings, he did things that cops can't even do. The way he controlled himself. He only fired at the people that were going to kill him. It was kind of incredible. A lot of police officers wouldn't have been able to do that. He had composure. For 2 years now, I think it's been 2 years. Defund the police. It's been a mob type bully justice. You better find Rittenhouse guilty, or we're coming for you. And there was a big part of me that believed that Kyle, they were going to find him guilty of something, because that's just the way it's been going. I had a subscriber about a year ago say, "Hey, are things going to get any better? Is it going to get any more racist? Everything we do is wrong." And I'm like, I think it is now. I think this is the step forward. Finally, the mob doesn't win. The awoke justice, whatever you want to call them. Call them bullies. That's what they are. I'm not smart enough to have the words to say what I want to say right now. This whole thing started because of Jacob Blake was shot by police. Jacob Blake, who's now paralyzed alive. Police had to shoot him because he was going for a knife. So they had protests in Kenosha. I say protests, but I'm wrong every single time I say protests. It was riots that Kyle went to. He was on the other side of the riot. He was the good guy, part of the riot. They were burning down Kenosha. There's businesses there that will never be back because of those riots. And during this trial, there's been protests outside of the courtroom demanding that the jury, you better make sure he is found guilty, or we're coming after you. Death threats against the defense, death threats against the judge. Mob justice that we've had to listen to for a couple of years now. Not anymore. Not anymore. It stops today. I believe it stops today. I had to sit here and I had to listen to every life matters from the prosecution. Remember that?
Every life counts. Every life matters.
A life is a life. No. If you rape 5 kids, your life does not matter. You are not a human being. And you deserve to die. Sit here and listen to them speak. Hard to watch. A prosecutor is supposed to... They're there to seek the truth. But they allowed witnesses on the stand that were lying. They were brainwashing the jury. They're saying you can't have a gun. You throw away your self-defense argument. Just complete lies. So there was a big part of me that thought this kid was going to be found guilty. Then what? What does that tell everybody? You do not have the right to defend yourself. If it would have went down that road, it would have told everybody that you don't have the right to defend yourself. This shouldn't have seen a courtroom, guys. It shouldn't have happened. But because of the world we're in now, the mob rules. Anyways, I'm starting to go around in circles. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that I didn't say that I want to say. It was just a good day. I think it's about to change the world, to tell you the truth. I see big things happening. I see good things happening coming from this. And Kyle, and I'm saying his first name on purpose, innocent. Everything you did that night, you were justified. And I hope you sue their asses off for defamation of character. I hope you get hundreds of millions of dollars.
What's that?